Okay, so artificial intelligence. You hear that term everywhere, right? But what does it actually mean? It can sound super complex, maybe even a little intimidating. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this thing and really figure out what's going on with one of the most powerful technologies shaping our world. All right, let's just jump right in.
So, to get started, let me ask you something. What are your Netflix recommendations, your car's navigation, and, say, a super advanced medical diagnosis? What do they all have in common? I mean, think about it. The last movie Netflix swore you'd love, that clever route your GPS found to get you out of a traffic jam, or even how a doctor analyzes a really complex scan. On the surface, they seem totally unrelated, right? But there's a hidden thread connecting every single one of them.
Yep, you guessed it. They are all powered by artificial intelligence. It's like this invisible engine humming along in the background of our lives, making everything just a little bit smarter, faster, and way more personalized.
So, let's define this thing. What is this engine, really? Because, let's be honest, when we hear the term AI, our minds immediately go to the movies, right? We think of conscious robots, maybe a little bit of a sci-fi thriller situation, but the reality? It's actually a lot less dramatic, and honestly, way more interesting than that.
Okay, if you want the textbook definition, here it is. Artificial intelligence is basically the theory and the development of computer systems that can do stuff that normally requires human intelligence. We're talking about things like learning, reasoning, solving problems, understanding language, all that good stuff.
And this is the key takeaway, really. We are not talking about creating a new conscious life form here. Not at all. We're talking about building incredibly specialized, super smart tools. Think about it like this. Your spam filter, that thing is a genius at spotting junk mail. A chess program that can beat a grandmaster, unbelievably brilliant at chess. They're absolute experts at one specific job. Okay, but how does a machine get smart in the first place? How does it actually learn to do these incredible things? Well, to wrap our heads around that, I've got a really simple analogy for you.
I want you to picture a set of those Russian nesting dolls. You know the ones, right? You open one up, and there's a smaller one inside, and then another one inside that. This is the perfect way to understand how all the big ideas in AI fit together.
So that biggest, outermost doll, that's AI, artificial intelligence. That's the whole concept, the entire field. It's the big, overarching dream we've had for decades, asking that one simple question. Can we make a machine that thinks?
Okay, now let's open that big AI doll. What's inside? The next doll down is machine learning. And this is huge. This isn't just a concept, it's the main way we actually create AI today. The big idea here is that instead of programming a computer with a million if-then rules for every possible situation, we just let it learn for itself by looking at tons and tons of data.
And we go one layer deeper. Inside the machine learning doll, you find the smallest one, but it's also the most powerful, deep learning. Think of this as machine learning on steroids. It uses something called neural networks, which are basically complex systems inspired by the structure of our own brains. This is the really cutting-edge stuff that's powering things like our voice assistants and the tech behind self-driving cars.
So how does a machine learn? What does that even look like? The basic idea is actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, you feed it a ridiculous amount of data. Let's say thousands and thousands of cat photos. You don't tell it this is a cat, you just show it the pictures. Step 2, the machine just crunches through all that data and starts to find patterns on its own. It's like, a lot of these things have pointy ears and whiskers and this specific eye shape. And then step 3, you show it a brand new photo it's never seen before, and it uses all those patterns it found to make a guess. It says, hey, based on all the data I've seen, that's a cat. And believe it or not, that exact process is happening all around you every single day. That's how your streaming service figures out what movies you'll like. It's how your phone's voice assistant actually understands what you're saying. It's how your GPS can predict a traffic jam before you even hit it. It's even how your email knows what's spam. It is everywhere. Now, obviously, a technology this powerful isn't just about making our lives more convenient. It comes with, absolutely enormous potential, but also some really serious questions we have to ask. It's a classic double-edged sword.
I mean, on the one hand, the advantages are incredible. AI is helping us solve some of humanity's biggest problems, from discovering new drugs to boosting productivity across the board. The upside is just huge. But on the other hand, there are some pretty big risks we have to talk about. We have to confront the very real possibility of job displacement. We have to worry about bias creeping into the algorithms that make decisions. And of course, there are massive privacy concerns and the potential for this powerful tech to be misused. It's a really, really tricky balancing act. Okay, so speaking of that whole job displacement thing, I want you to look at this number, 97 million. Just let that sink in for a second. What on earth could that be?
Well, while it's true that AI will probably make some jobs obsolete, a lot of experts actually predict it's going to create a whole bunch of new ones. And that number, 97 million, that's how many new jobs the World Economic Forum thinks could be created in the AI economy by 2025. We're talking about jobs we can barely even imagine right now, things like AI trainers or prompt engineers, whose whole job is just to talk to AI systems. It's a completely new landscape.
And all of this really leads us to the final, and maybe the most important point of all, the future of AI. It isn't some predetermined thing that's just going to happen to us. It's something that we are all collectively building, right here, right now. I mean, listen to this warning from the legendary physicist Stephen Hawking. He said that the development of full AI could spell the end of the human race. Pretty heavy stuff. Now, he wasn't talking about the AI in our phones today. He was looking way down the road at a potential future superintelligence. But it's a really powerful reminder that we have to move forward with both excitement for what's possible and a very, very healthy dose of caution.
Because at the end of the day, that's what AI is. It's a tool, probably one of the most powerful tools humanity has ever invented. And just like any tool, you can use it to build amazing things, or you can use it to break them. It's not good or evil on its own. It's just a mirror, reflecting our own values and choices. So the real question isn't what is AI going to do to us? The real question is, what are we going to build with it?